Alright guys, as you saw in the title of this video, I contracted COVID-19. I noticed it 2 days after my fight, which was on July the 10th. I had my fight July the 10th, which I won, by the way. If you haven't seen this previous video before this, go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. The fight was on Saturday. Sunday I felt good. Then Monday I woke up, I felt a little bit off. I didn't quite know what it was, but I just felt off. I felt a little bit sluggish, but I figured, okay, maybe I just fought. I'm a little bit fatigued, maybe just nerves and stress, and I feel a little bit off, so I just shook it off. Tuesday rolls around, I'm throwing kicks on the pad in my kickboxing gym, and I'm just having these intense pains inside my quads, and I hadn't lifted, I hadn't done any leg workouts. The only thing prior was the fight, which I pretty much took no damage, and I got hit like 3 times, so I knew something was off. Wednesday rolls around. That night, I wake up, that night I go to bed on Wednesday night, and I just wake up in sweats, like massive sweats. I had a pretty decent fever. I didn't take my temperature, but I knew I had a pretty decent fever. So I wake up Thursday morning, I go to make a coffee, and it tasted a little bit funny. In fact, it had hardly any taste in it at all. My smell and taste was pretty much compromised. It was like I could taste sweet and salty things, but they didn't have any scent to them. Which I guess that's pretty much what people say they lose their smell and taste. You don't actually lose your taste, now that I think about it. Your sense is gone, so you don't know what it is that you're eating. You just know it's either sweet or it's salty. It's very weird. Again, this is my experience on COVID-19. I'm not giving you guys any advice on how to recover for it and anything like that. I'm just telling you my experience. I had a good feeling I had coronavirus at that point. I go for a test Friday, COVID positive, so I quarantined pretty much for, I believe it's 14 days. They make you quarantine for 14 days, 10 to 14 days before, and they say that I guess you can still test positive in that time, which I haven't gone back for a test yet, but you're not able to, you're not contagious anymore. It's from what they tell you, I don't know. But within that time, I want to give you guys my experience, because some of you guys probably have already caught the virus, some of you haven't, some of you likely will, so I'm going to kind of just give you guys my 2 cents on my experience and what can potentially help you. And the vaccine's a whole nother story, I'm not even going to go into that. Pretty much was taking Mucinex and or NyQuil and DayQuil daily. Obviously NyQuil at night, DayQuil during the day. Your head kind of feels like you're in a fog. It feels pretty damn heavy. And another thing, the thing that annoyed me the most about the virus, I didn't get too much respiratory distress, was the body aches and the fatigue. Like, I would sleep 10 hours and I would wake up feeling like I only slept 2. I would wake up and I'd feel like I just came out of a freaking cave. I'd be like, oh, what just happened? A good 7 to 10 days before I started feeling better after getting the symptoms. I tried to work out, I tried to run in between then. Obviously I was quarantined, I didn't want to be around people, so I would run later at night. And that was when I would feel the respiratory distress. Like, my cardio was off. And I had just come from a fight, so my conditioning was pretty damn good. So my cardio was off. I didn't really notice any trouble breathing other than that when I tried to exercise. I'd be like, I couldn't take a deep breath. But for the brunt of it, mainly for me, it was just the fatigue and the body aches. That is what really annoyed me more than anything. Because obviously I'm an athlete, I like to work out, so when my body is just physically weak, it sucks. My advice for anybody who is watching this video, again, I am not a doctor, I'm not telling you how to recover from it, I'm just telling you what I did. You just gotta get enough rest. You gotta get more rest than you actually think that you need, and really monitor your training or your exercise, if you do exercise at all, because obviously that does take up some energy, and you want to use that energy to try to recover from this virus. Obviously quarantine, stay away from people, you don't want to pass it to anybody. I was so paranoid to pass it to my mom. Crazy thing is, I didn't even want to tell my mom that I had the virus, because I knew she would freak out. Why didn't you get the vaccine? She was going crazy on me, which she did. I feel great. I probably feel about, I would honestly say, my taste and smell's back, obviously. I think I'm about 85% back. And it's funny because I don't know what the other 15 is. I just feel a little bit off here and there, but I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's fatigue, I don't know if it's slight body aches, I don't know if it's breathing, but something feels a little bit off. I don't feel 100% like myself. But yeah, that's my experience with COVID-19. I hope this helps some of you guys. I hope it doesn't scare any of you guys. And yeah, stay safe, stay healthy.